Vesperlark Esper Reanimator here in Modern. So this will be our league number 2 for this evening, or for YouTube folks, it's just another upload. So we have this list here. We've been modifying this list for Stitcher's suppliers to fill the graveyard and not relying so much on the Hedron Crab kind of counter mill strategy here. And I think that will be fine in this case. For me, looking at what we have here and what is available, I think I want to adjust the sideboard ever so slightly, taking timely reinforcements out and putting in 2 Leyline of Sanctities in. The idea behind doing that is we would just have, I guess for me, in case we get one of those decks that needs to target us a lot, it'd be nice to be able to protect ourselves. We could also put in a big thing that doesn't necessarily reanimate, but we're not trying to cast all the time. We're trying to reanimate, which means we could play another extra Burial Rites. Deck, though, otherwise is not too much changed here. We're going to try to Woodfall Primus Ashen Riders with the Footsteps of the Goryo and blow up some lands. If we're not blowing up the lands, hopefully we'll just have a big giant Woodfall Primus to kill our opponent. Vesperlark's in here to reanimate Body Double, Jace, Hedron Crab, or Stitcher. And maybe, just maybe, we'll get an Iona here to lock out our opponents. Let's play and get into our next league. Freedy, that list went well yesterday. The red-white land destruction deck, I believe we went something like 4-1 overall. Pretty good. Pretty good. Exactly, Zale. This is the best deck time. We gotta get past that 4-1 barrier. We need to get this one into the 5-0s. We need it to be awesome. Oh. And if we're playing against Mill and just hold up the Vesperlark, get the Body Double, go find Iona, win the game. What do you name? You name Red against Mill. Red, right? No. Try again. All right, match 1 here. Freedy, studying is important. Definitely make sure you're studying. I try to speak so that people can kind of listen and do other things, but at the same time, studying is super important. This hand is absolute gas. We're going to keep everything about this hand. This is probably everything, and I mean everything you want to see in your opening hand. You have the Collective Brutality in case you draw the big fatty. You have the Stitcher to seed your graveyard. You have the Crab to continue it. You have the Vesperlark for the Body Double, and you have the Footsteps for the big ones. This is a good starting hand. This is where all of the luck in the entire league just went. Goalie, thank you for the subs. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you for stopping by. I'm glad you could catch us live. If you're wondering where Goalie's been over there on YouTube. Go check it out. Let's keep this hand. And apparently Nightbot's just like, no, Fluffy, I'm not going to show you that. There we go. Nightbot working overtime there. Glad I brought in Leylines. All right. This could be interesting. We're going to go get ourselves a Water Grave. This could be an interesting one. Start with a Stitcher. Set us up. There's an Iona. If I hit a Body Double. Iona naming Red. Good luck. Opponent's like, what? That's right, opponent. Don't turn to me. Come on. Now we could Collective Brutality them next turn, or I can try to Crab. If I draw a land, I'm probably Collective Brutality, because that's a bit safer to maybe stop them from like comboing me out. So we'll see. No land here, so I probably need to draw a land. So let's go ahead and put Crab down. We're trying to hit a Body Double now. If I can hit a Body Double, we might have a win on turn 3. Polluted Delta. We're going to mill ourselves. In response to this, so I'm going to go grab my Hallowed Fountain. Actually, I can get a Godless Shrine because I actually put a Godless Shrine in here. Let's do that. And mill ourselves again. Looking for body double. No body doubles. There's an Unburial Rites. No body doubles, though. Attack for 1. Pass turn. Alright, so we don't hit any of our body doubles. We have the Collective Brutality. We have way too many footsteps. Uh-oh. Desperate Ritual. Uh-oh. Did we just lose on turn 3? Opted to go for trying to get what we needed. Collective Brutality might have been the play. Makes 4 mana. If it's Ironcrag, we lose. If it's just Belcher trying to play it next turn, top deck land, we win. What are you doing, opponent? Recross the paths. Okay. Okay. We're not dead. They show us their entire library. This is going to be a problem, by the way. Why do people like Belcher but hate Neoform? So Belcher still has this kind of assembly that has to happen and can randomly combo out on turn 2, 1, 2, and 3. But it's a lot more precise in exactly what it needs. Neoform only needs, what? A land, which you naturally want in every deck. 2 green cards, Evolution, and an Allosaurus. I don't know. I think it's because Neoform just kind of shows up and just it's very hard to interact with, where I feel like this deck you can interact with a lot better. This deck's not usually going off too quickly here. My opponent's putting like every card on the bottom right now. It's just a wall of text. Looking for that land. If we don't get the land, we at least have the Collective Brutality to maybe slow down my opponent. But man, land, fetch, have footsteps, blow up both lands here. That seems good. It'd be a nice way to start this out. Land, fetch, Hedron Crab, gets the Vesperlark. Vesperlark, reanimating Iona. Naming red. They're still clicking. They can hit any order at some point. Once they get like about 20 cards down, or even like 5, they should just hit any order. But this opponent's thinking it through. We have 1 red floating. This is kind of interesting to have the 1 red floating. But I guess it was the idea of they just had the Desperate Ritual off of a Simian Spirit Guide. Alright, we're still putting cards on the bottom. Just putting them all on the bottom. All on the bottom. They can hit any order. I just need to see 1 more card, opponent. I know you've got the combo kill. This is like the next, like, 20 turns. Hit any order now. I don't know if they know you can do that. So we'll just sit here patiently while they stack the deck perfectly. Does Iona have to be on the battlefield for its ability? Yes. Yes. But that's why if we mill over a body double, we can evoke Vesperlark on the body double. The body double comes back, copies Iona from the yard, and then we name red. Unlike Footsteps, Footsteps is in here for the Woodfall Primus to blow up lands, or the Ashen Rider to blow up lands and permanents as well. This one's non-creature. Tell them that. Maybe they don't know. Nah. This is also a correct play, Freedy. So I'm not gonna... There. They clashed with us. We have a Woodfall Primus on top. I can put this on bottom. I don't need this card. So I'll take another card than Woodfall Primus, please. I've already got one of those. I won the clash because I have gigantic cards. All right, we got a red land here as well. All right, top of the library is a Jace. So Jace could help us next turn, but I think we've got a Collective Brutality here. Let's go ahead and I mean, I don't really need to 2-mode it, honestly. Let's just look at their hand. Alright, so we're going to take this Pyretic Ritual here. We know it's a recourse and another card. Kill our own supplier? Oh, we should have done that. You're correct. I forget about that interaction with our supplier. So 3 mana to recross the paths again? Oh no. Oh no. We've revealed 105. Hold on, Moto. There we go. You're clear now. We get to clash again. So if we win again, we get to put something on the bottom again. Because if we win, we're probably showing an Ashen Rider or Woodfall Primus. So Zale, you are correct. We should have killed off our Stitcher here. We're not going to kill them with 1/1 beats. It was a misplay on my part. Who wanted that 5-0 anyway? This is why we can never get a 5-0. It's strictly my responsibility to play correctly, and I'm doing a nice, fine job here. You wanted it? You know what, Zale? I'm just going to gift you all the cards. There you go. I'm just kidding. That's a lot of money. Sorry. That was a bad joke. I'm putting them on the bottom. We're stacking the library. I know you own this in paper. I need to get this in paper. I just need to have these wonderful cardboard goodies here. We clash. We have a Vesperlark on top. We're going to put that on the bottom. I don't need a Vesperlark. I need a land. I need a land. Come on, deck. Give me one land. By the way, I won with the cloud. Oh. Oh. If we miss, we got to put Jace down for sure. We'll be discarding all our footsteps. Alright, Jace down here. Swing for 1, pass turn. At least Jace can help us footsteps this coming turn. Looks like we're doing a reforge. Let's spin the wheel. Whee! So they stack the next set of cards, so I think they just combo kill us here. If they don't combo kill us here, I don't know what they're doing. Manamorphose makes green again. That's interesting. I don't think they meant to do green again, but we'll see. Manamorphose again makes red. Okay. Pyretic. Desperate. We're up to 4 mana. Simian Spirit Guide, 5 mana. Iron Crag. By the way, we were a ways away from this stuff happening. Alright, looks like my opponent gets to do this and blows us up. We can beat Belcher, though. We feel confident we can beat Belcher. We had a good starting hand, too. Alright, so Iona comes in for this matchup. Leylines can come in for this matchup as well. I don't mind some Aether Gusts here. I don't think we need the Disenchant. It's not exactly what my opponent's doing. We can steal out an Unburial Rites here. Collective Brutality looks like it's important. Mind Rake could be very important too. A fast Jace wouldn't be bad. Let's take a Burial Rites. 1 Jace, 1 Body Double, 1 Crab. We get an Iona, we just name red. That pretty much shuts down most of their library and deck from doing what it needs, gives us the time. I like this. I don't need Elishnorn, they're not playing creatures. Collective Brutality can steal some ritual type effects. Iona's got to be for red. That's better. We brought in basically an extra one of the creatures. I'm not playing them burial rites because I don't think I'm going to get to 4 or 5 mana. Let's play first. We can mulligan this. One lander here's no good. Okay. We can keep this. We can get rid of a watery grave here. Say okay. We can play Stitcher and then a Collective Brutality. And if we get lucky here, we'll find a Vesperlark off the top and then a body double. Stitcher mills over something really good. These are the things we could do. All the possibilities lie right here in the starting hand. Let's go. Stitcher, mill, Woodfall, Collective, Swamp. All right, so we have a Woodfall Primus down. Looking good there. Valakut, sideways. All right, ooh, crab. Ah, shoot. I want a Collective Brutality, though. Collective Brutality is probably just the smarter thing to do here. Let's do it off of a Godless Shrine here. We are going to go ahead and kill our Stitcher this time around. I'm a little ways away from the body double happening. Let's see if this pays off. I don't have the Unburial rights, so maybe this is a little bit risky. All right, so we have another land here that I could steal. Could steal the land. That's kind of cute. I don't really have much. They have the Recross the Pass. I could just take this as well. We've killed Stitcher this time. Maybe I just take the Recross the Pass. I think we just take that. It's kind of like a cute to take the other stuff, but let's just do this. All right. I can even use like Hedron Crab and start milling them, looking for their wins. You like taking the land? It's an option. Let's find a Vesperlark. What if I start milling them? What about that? What about that? Let's just go. There. I milled some of your cards, opponent. I milled you straight into Charbelcher. You got it. Don't worry about it. Bolt's Crab. This is fine. Okay, another land here. Definitely have enough mana to do whatever they need. We're looking for a Footsteps here. Footsteps. Vesperlark. They bolt this in. That's worrisome. Oh. Oh, recross the paths. Well, I get to clash. I get to clash with them. Now I need like a Footsteps off the top. Footsteps blow up 2 lands with a Woodfall Primus, then have a Woodfall Primus in play. Maybe that sets them back. Because they probably won't put any of their lands on the top. I think we're going to get comboed out here. Zale's not going to like us getting comboed out already. Maybe we should just drop the full league and go for it again. Crab would also be good. They can mill their top 6. Because 1 Belcher but 2 Laws. That's true. I could have kept the Crab kind of at bay and then maybe done a Marsh Flats. But the way they're stacking their list makes me think they're going to just have everything they need. We have a Polluted Delta on top. I'm going to bottom this. I don't need a Polluted Delta. I need better cards. What did they reveal? The Reforge the Soul? Whoa, whoa, whoa. I put this on bottom. Alright. Opponent does the Reforge the Soul thing. Combo's out probably here. Not a great start for Vesperlark. Or is it? Wait for these sweet cards that I'm about to top deck here. Watch these sweet cards just rolling off the top here. Bam. Man, if I get another turn, we just win the game. If I get another turn, we just win the game. Oh, wait. Too bad I don't have a, like, Force of Negation. Eggy, Benny, what's up? How you doing? Let's just fake it. Look at all these Simian Spirit Guides. Just gonna fake it. They're like, oh no! He's got a counter! It's the one thing this deck could use from time to time is counters from the sideboard. We kind of go all in on the plan, though. They did that all in their draw step. They did it all in their draw step. I can't let you, opponent. I'm sorry. We're playing to win. We're playing to win. They did everything in their draw step. They did everything in the draw step instead of the main. And they tried to float mana in the draw step because that's when Reforge goes off. When they started floating mana, I mean, you never know. You never know what they got to do. All right, so I kind of want an extra body double in here. I'm going to keep the Leyline. I think it's a bit of a meme. We do have these Aether Gusts, and that's something we could wheel into, so we're going to hold those. Gonna hold those. Man, what do we take out? Did they punt or did they get scared by our tap? They punted because they did everything in their draw step and they had already committed everything at that point and they were too deep into the stack to undo. So they did everything during the draw step, not the main phase. Put into Fairy so they can't actually Miracle? It's not a bad idea. What am I taking out though? Like, how much of the combo here do I take out just so that I can stop things like that? Like, if they're doing that, we're dead. I think Mind Rake and Collective Brutality is just what we gotta do. I mean, I have Aether Gust, Collective Brutality, and Mind Rake to really kind of mess with them. I think I'm going to drop a Body Double, and I think I'm going to drop... I want to drop a Woodfall Primus. Or no, I can drop an Ashen Rider. I'll drop our Ashen Rider and bring in another Crab, since I'm trying to beat them faster, and Crab is typically a faster way to do this. Where's my collective brutality? I think we mulligan this. This hand doesn't have anything going for us. We need an enabler. This hand could. I'm going to keep this hand. It's a bit risky here. We have a turn 2 Jace. And then if we get kind of lucky here, we'll be all right. We are hydrating. Turn Timber shocks it in. That's never a good sign. Ooh, Stitcher off the top's really nice for us. Stitcher we go. Stitcher, milling. No, Aether Gust and Mind Rake. Those are great cards. Ah. No. Wonder why they shocked in. I wonder what they have on green that they want. Veil? Protecting everything with Veil. That's what they're doing. Are we shocking this in too? Down to 14. Alright, looks like I'm Jacing here. Jacing, passing the turn. I'll attack for 1. I wonder if they kill me here. I could use Mind Rake overloaded here from the graveyard when Jace flips. Jace needs 5, I believe. 5 or more. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and this would put something in, so we can definitely do this. Do a little fetching here. Just do another Watery Grave. Let's go ahead and draw. Put the body double in. I have to discard 2. I can make them just discard, never mind. I don't need to discard here. We can actually just make them discard. And then I can play a Leyline right after this, which is pretty decent. Oh, Veil. There it was. Alright, we got the Veil out of there. And we go for a point. Ooh, secret mode. Alright, give me a turn here to put this Leyline down. You have a lot of mana, opponent. You have a lot of mana. Just recross or something. No! Okay. Drawing, just checking the next card. Makes a little red-green. Just give me back the turn. Give me it back. Give me back the turn. No. Okay, just checking too deep. They're like, gotta combo out this turn. Give me the turn back. Okay, they're just triple down. They're like, maybe I'll find that combo piece. You know, because we're tapped out. It's a good time to do it. Come on. Back this way. Right back here. This card. Back here. Come on. You're done. Write down your notes. Be like, I can combo out next turn. It's good. It's a good idea. Man, they're adding it up. They're like, if I play this, multiply the angle of the body double against the Veil of the Summer across the 13 damage that Fluffy Wolf needs to be to kill, plus this Jace, if I triangulate off of his hood, looking at the Tiger, and if I right click up here on the X button, factoring all of these in, I think I'm 1 shy. But I'll go for it. Who took those notes down? That's how you win the game. Triangulate off of the different pieces here. Decide if you have enough, and then you concede. Respecting your opponent. Don't want to one-up them. Pepe notes. It didn't work, Zale. It didn't work. It's Peepo notes. Apparently, not Pepe. Whatever that means. When the body double dies, does it stay the creature it was? Body double comes in, it doesn't die. Zale, we got even a better one for that one. What are we doing here? We have 2 mana. We've put something into play tapped. Okay, that doesn't really accelerate the game plan here. So that can't be what they were thinking. Oh, if it dies, then it dies as the creature. So if the creature that it died had like an effect of some sorts, then that happens. All right, Leyline into play here. We'll see if they have their enchantment removal now. Casting Leyline on turn 4. So if it was Woodfall Primus when it dies, the body double comes back persisted, and then it can come in as another thing. All right, we hit for 1, go. Woohoo! We're actually just going to jam Vesperlarks and try to get them sideways here. Trying to get the Vesperlark sideways. Three mana. 4 mana. With a Simian Spirit Guide instead of tapping this. Oh ho ho. Oh, we're casting Simian Spirit Guides. We're getting the Valakuts down. Why are you in the hand? I can make Simian Spirit Guide smaller here and play a Vesperlark, or I could jam the Stitcher in here and try to get something better. Let's throw the Stitcher away here. It's never getting in again. I can always do Jace after this. I want this to kill. Give me something good. Body double is going to become a what? Literal nothing. Literal nothing. So we can... We could evoke to get the Stitcher back here. So let's do that. Evoke to get the Stitcher. Do a little more digging. A little more digging. Dig, 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 dig. Brings the Stitcher back. Stitcher mills a few more cards. There's a Woodfall Primus. There we go. I could cash in Jace here to do the Woodfall Primus. If I wanted to. I can also just Vesperlark for the Woodfall Primus here, off of a body double. This destroys non-creature permanents, so it's just going to kill lands here. Let's Vesperlark here, evoking this to get the body double. Body double comes back as a Woodfall Primus. Woodfall Primus remains in the yard. Woodfall Primus is a faster clock here. We'll do Jace uptick here. We'll play our land. Body double comes back as a Woodfall Primus. And because we're doing this, the next turn when I do body, or let's make sure we copy the Woodfall out of here. Oh, it's tight there. There we go. So Woodfall comes in, we'll blow up, I guess a red land here is fine. Play our land, uptick Jace here, pass turn. This seems like the best line here, killing a red land. Oh, we tried to Veil. Tried to Veil. You feel like our opponent's mean and won't let us have fun? I mean, my opponent last turn played a Simian Spirit Guide here. We're now ritualing out a few times here, which is fine. They might just blow up Woodfall Primus here with Charbelcher. They can do that and stack the library. Lucky for me, I can just downtick here. We're going to nail this Footsteps here. The Footsteps is going to be played. The Footsteps is going to be played on the Woodfall. As long as the last cards aren't green, or sorry, aren't a Veil, we'll be good. Attack for 6. Woodfall came back, killed the Charbelcher. hard cast the ley line and get there with the Stitchers. Got there. Hey, Samuel, thank you for the host. 5 viewers. Welcome. Zale, if you've gone away and you're playing Arena or something, you're like, Fluffy's done me wrong. It's not going to get that 5-0. We're on track. We are on track. 1-0. Let's go. Match 2. Let's play first. Ooh, okay. Oh, our opponent's a fan. Oh, I love this hand and I hate it. I'm going to keep it. Love and hate it. All right, let's see what crazy stuff my opponent can do. So the idea here is that I can maybe triple mode the Collective Brutality, use the Vesperlark here, reanimate the body double, something crazy. We'll put a Hallowed Fountain in to play tapped and pass the turn. We're running into all the fans tonight. It's crazy. Pete Land here played instantly. Inquisitions us. We'll take Brutality or Vesperlark. If they're a fan, they know exactly what's happening here. Nice play with the 8-rack. Well, thank you. Polluted Delta. We'll just pass the turn. Apparently, we're just gonna, you know, have lots of mana. Having lots of mana is not bad for body double. Jund for our opponents. Looks like we've got a Tarmogoyf to beat. You know what? I'm just going to leave Tarmogoyf as a sweet 1-2 here. Nothing to do here. All right. That's a card. We can't exactly cast a Woodfall Primus. Maybe I'll get to a point where I can discard that. Maybe I'll pick up another Collective Brutality. You never know. You never know. Raging Ravine tap for our Jund opponent. Smacks me for a point. I mean, if we kill the Tarmogoyf, maybe we just get the Tarmogoyf back. That is an option. We'll just take the turn back here. No reason to fetch at the moment. We're getting there. We're going to hard cast an Ashen Rider. Oh, I feel it. It's going to be a good game. Is this better than the Esper Reanimator deck I have in paper with Goyf's, Vengeance, Ghost Council, and Gristlebrand? Depends on your flavor of fun. Totally depends on your flavor of fun. 4 mana here. Bloodbraid Elf. Bloodbraid Elf. Cascades into a Bolt. This is a lot of damage. After they attack here, I'm going to do the 2 fetches here. We do need to hit something that helps us out here. Worst case scenario, I'll probably be putting Vesperlark into play. I think this list is just, it's lots of fun. Let's put it that way. We are going to be dead on board here. We'll accept that potential fate. Cast a Vesperlark, pass the turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is not going very well. It's really bad to be down a game here against Jund because they have plenty of ways to interact with our graveyard. Ren in 6 here. Ren in 6 pings off the Vesperlark and they kill us. All right, let's go to game number 2. Game number 2. So Ley Lines can come in. Aether Gust can come in. Ashiok's a bit of an interesting one. Elish Norn probably is an okay card to bring in here. Wonder if Ashiok makes sense or not. Ashiok doesn't really shrink Goyf in this case because we'll be putting all of our stuff in there. Probably not something I want to be doing. This matchup, we can cut 1 Jace here. The Iona's probably not good because we can't necessarily just name a color. Our opponent plays kind of all the colors. I like the idea of the Elish Norn because it does shrink things down and makes our creatures a lot more powerful. I like Aether Gust and I like Leyline. Let's see here. I need 4 cuts. 4 cuts here. Probably okay to cut a Collective Brutality, a Mind Rake, maybe a Body Devil, and 1 like Hedron Crab. Cutting the Hedron Crab to me makes a little more sense because it's probably just going to get removed quickly. Jace is also cut kind of for the same reason. It's probably not getting to stay on the battlefield for very long. Kind of looking at what we've kind of brought in. I want to take 1 Woodfall out and bring back in one of our enablers. I'll bring back a crab. We can always delay using the crab. That seems okay. Let's try that. Let's try that. I think I need to learn how much of the combo pieces I can take out to better run the list. Having the more interactive pieces makes this hard. So to Daedric's question, definitely can be very difficult for this list to kind of come together, but I think it brings me more and more smiles. More and more smiles. We'll keep this. We'll go get ourselves a Watery Grave here off of a Flooded Strand and put the Stitcher into play. Maybe we'll hit gold here. Maybe we'll hit some gold. Stitcher. And go, opponent. Marsh Flats, Woodfall Primus. Cliffs. And Thoughtseize? Inquisition. So they take Vesperlark here. So we have kind of a whole lot of nothing going on in our hand. Almost to be expected. Woodfall Primus does mean that we'll be in good shape if we grab ourselves an Unbarrow Rights at any point. Top decking a Crab is probably fine. Collective Brutality wouldn't be bad. That's actually not bad. Little tempo plays, never a wrong thing. Okay. In 1 with the Stitcher here. 19 to 15. Overgrown Tomb shocks that in. And we have a Renin 6. I think I just want to go ahead and tempo this out. I know they could shoot the Stitcher, but let's make them waste a turn here. Waste a turn. Oh, Jace Vryn's Prodigy would be good. Or Darkview, thank you for the follow. There's that Unburial Rights. Alright. Okay. We need a few more lands, but we've got the piece. I'd even take a Body Double, but we need those lands. Let's do lands first. Land. Wooded Foothills. Stomping Ground. What's nice about the Stitcher is that the Stitcher can be a blocker here too, and then enable some more of our graveyard. Seasoned Pyromancer ditches 2, and what do we got? Renin 6 plus something else stitch now? Plague Engineer and a Lightning Bolt. I kind of hope they didn't bring in the Plague Engineer. Let's go ahead and fetch. We'll go grab ourselves this Godless Shrine here. Top of the library is a Polluted Delta. We'll just pass the turn now. Need 1 more land and we get to do some interesting things. Stitcher's gonna just block an elemental here. We're at 14. 4th mana for our opponent. Double black. Liliana. I like that. Discard a card. I guess I'll get rid of an Ashen Rider. Hold up. Question. Do I get rid of the Unburial Rights here? What do we think? If I get rid of the Unburial Rites, and as long as this green mana doesn't do anything, Unburial Rites, and I do have a Woodfall Primus here. We have a yes and a no. So the reason for no, my opponent maybe can somehow get this Unburial Rites. The reason for yes is if I'm able to play it, I'll have a Woodfall Primus in. You think discard Rider first? Do I feel like a land on the top? No. No, I'll never have a land on the top. This is the 4th mana. They just have green. I'm going to do Unburial Rites here. Incoming Surgical. Gives you nostalgia for Esper Gifts. It's some good Esper Gifts love. Alright, now I don't block here because of Liliana. So this will be very interesting. I could have blocked because I'm going to kill Liliana. We'll see. We'll see what we want to do. We have options. Alright, Unburial Rites. The Woodfall Primus here. Woodfall Primus comes in and kills Liliana. And pass the turn. We need to be an old man and play Esper Gifts in these kids. Oh, Esper Gifts. All right, so we have an active Woodfall Primus now. We have a Stitcher here. The Unburial Rites doesn't hit anything else. It was good that we used the Unburial Rites. We have a Thoughtseize here. What do they want to take? First draft had gifts. It did. It had gifts, Painter, and Iona. It was trying to do a little too much. It's been optimized since. We've tossed an Ashen Rider into the bin. We have a Tarmogoyf. If I hit a land now, we're looking real sharp. No attacks. Attacks are dangerous. Blood Crypt, tapped. No cards in my opponent's hand. Land. Nope, Jace. We'll slap a Jace down. Slap a Jace down, pass the turn. We'll hold Stitcher back here as a nice friendly blocker. With this Jace now, I'm feeling pretty confident we're going to hit a land here and get to do some cool Unburial Rites stuff. Unless that top card was a Fatal Push. Red and black, what do we got? Collective Brutality. They make us discard our Unburial Rites, so now we can cast our Unburial Rites. Is my opponent just playing with their food? Is our opponent just playing with their food? Jace activation for first things first, obviously. Kind of like that. Woodfall Primus down. Let's cast an Unburial Rites on Ashen Rider. They're a big fan. I will assume they do know, and maybe they just wanted to make the deck work because they were falling behind. Maybe they just wanted to help us out. Good content, right? Good content. All right, so Iona could be coming in here and naming like black, but then I've got to deal with Tarmogoyfs and Renin 6s, which aren't terrible. They're not terrible. I feel like I could cut one Vesperlark here for Woodfall Primus, but at the same time, the Vesperlark's really nice with the body double in the bin. Part of me is just thinking these ley lines are cute. Let's not do that. So let's bring body double and extra Woodfall just back in. Basically run the initial. Maybe I bring one Iona in here, naming black. That could probably... You know what? You know what? Iona's going to get it done. Got a couple Aether Gusts to slow down my opponent on the green and red front. Doesn't stop a Liliana, but that's okay. Yeah, I like this. We've taken out Jason, a Collective Brutality. Left in a Mind Rake. Yeah. Ooh. Alright, if I hit my land drops, Footsteps goes crazy here. If I hit my land drops, we've added lands. Let's keep. You know what we should add, Zale? That new, the watery, the black land. My gosh, I can't talk. We need to add maybe the black land here to this list. All right, shock in. Let's go ahead and start with crab first. Crab opens us up quite a bit if we top deck a land here, and they'll probably want to fatal push this. I want to leave Stitcher as a blocker for a turn later. Hear ya out. I'm hearing, I'm listening. Push, push, push. Push the crab off the cliff. Could we play Garuda in this deck? I forget what Garuda does, but I know it's used for creature combo stuff. We got a 3/4 Goyf to deal with. Come on, land off the top. Oh, we got there. Even converted mana cost from Moan Milled. We'll have to look at how it's put together. I have not considered Garuda. We're going to mill ourselves here, because if I top deck a land, we've got some good footsteps going. Oh, Ashen, Elish, and footsteps. Well, we didn't want to see the footsteps, but it doesn't mean a land's on top. Ooh, this game could get interesting here. Ashen Rider, footsteps, buy Goyf, buy land. Ooh. That's Liliana mana. Are we going to Liliana downtick crab? That'd be mean. K command. Discard and deal 2 damage. I'll get rid of a Collective Brutality. That's fine. It's a 4/5 Goyfy. A big boy Goyfy. Come on, land. Running lands here. Alright. We'll put up a blocker. Put up a blocker, mill a little bit more. We need a land so bad. Oh, the next card was a land. Woodfall and a Vesperlark here, though. Those are good cards. Opponent finds their own land. Fetching. Why do they keep making us discard? They just want everything to happen, Zale. Bloodbraid. Into an Inquisition. Inquisition's pretty good for them. They get to take a footsteps here. I have to probably jump in front with Stitcher, but at the same time, maybe I don't. Maybe I don't jump in front with Stitcher, because if they play like a Liliana after this, I want to be able to footsteps Ashen kill both of these creatures. I think I take 7, go to 7. I'm going to go to 7. The top of the library is a land. I can feel it. Right here. Top of the library. Land. Didn't want to mill it. Right here. No, you're not a land. What are you? You're garbage. Alright, let's 2-mode this. Reveal their hands. Kill their creature. Get rid of body double. That way if I top deck a Vesperlark here, we're going to be jumping with this. Oh, darn. I guess the Abrupt Decay is just more mana. So, Lightning Bolt away, because Lightning Bolt can hurt me as well. Obviously no attacks. Don't kill Stitcher. He didn't do anything wrong. Don't touch him. He wants to block. Alright, Abrupt Decays, we mill. Body double, Vesperlark, Aether Gust. No lands, no lands. What is this? Double red? Red black. Croxa. The Croxa. Bum bum bum. Bum 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 bum. Obviously I'm getting rid of Mind Rake. We gotta hit that land off the top. We have a 4/5 coming in. Do. Come on, land. One time, right here. I'm gonna be at like 1, but... Okay. We have a body double, so flooded strand. I think I have a basic island still. I do. Okay. Footsteps, the body double. Body double comes as a Woodfall Primus. Shoot probably peatland here so they don't have an extra draw. This will, body double will recur back. We then get Ashen Rider kill Tarmogoyf. Yeah, we need them to knock Croxa next turn too. So we got to kill at least a land. Am I just killing 2 lands here? So they can't Liliana me too? This is a 4/5. Persisted this will be a 5/5. That would block Goyf. I need to prevent the Croxa from coming back. So footsteps, body double. Body double Woodfall. I could bring back their own Croxa. Isn't that hilarious? I could bring back their Croxa. It just doesn't stay around. That's 6 damage to them. So it's definitely Woodfall hit land because this is going to have a persist. Red black lands. Okay. Now this body double persists back. Am I just doing an Ashen Rider, or am I persisting back the Woodfall Primus again to hit the land? When this persists back, it's going to be a 5/5. This is a 4/5. Well, the Ashen gets the land too, yes. But the Woodfall Primus is a bit bigger. Hey, Squatchy, thank you for the party. Welcome, 67 Squatchies. The Sasquatches. I think I do another Woodfall Primus copy here and take off like the rest of the red mana. You think I get Ashen, get a land here, and when it dies, I'll exile then Tarmogoyf? Alright, we'll do Ashen Rider here. Ashen Rider, kill the extra red so I don't get bolted. And then when they attack, I block and I kill Tarmogoyf. Alright, they have a Bloodstain Mire. They decide to cycle. This is a bit dangerous here because they can get red mana. They're going to attack. I'm going to block. We lose Ashen Rider here. Ashen Rider exile Tarmogoyf. Love to hit a land, but that's just not feasible right now. Another Footsteps? Enabler? Oh, Crab's a blocker. Guess we're blocking with Crab. We're at 2. Very precariously at 2. I have no life gain. No. No. Okay. Oh, it came in tapped. Oh. Oh. Please stop. Polluted Delta. I target myself here and I fetch for black swamp in case I hit Unburial Rites here. I do hit an Unburial Rites. Unburial Rites. Targeting Ashen Rider again or Woodfall Primus? Woodfall Primus probably here. We think Ashen Rider again? Oh, no, body double. Body double. On Primus. Body double on Primus. Kill green. Because I can't really hit the Bloodstained Mire. Oh, they're like, is this going to kill all my lands? I'm like, I'm trying. Overgrown Tomb. They don't have red. Okay. So they just have green. Verdant Catacombs. Makes a Tarmogoyf. It's a 4/5 Tarmogoyf. Top of the library is... It's a Vesperlark. Oh my gosh. We can kill them. We can kill them if they don't block. Oh, watch this. Attack for 6. Do you block? Oh, we kill them. Oh, watch this. This is beautiful. Vesperlark, cast Evoke. Evoke gets body double, body double. Gets. You see it? You see it? Oh, let it happen. Oh, let it happen. Croxa. Oh, they gave us the GGs and concede. Body double comes back in and can get anything from the graveyard. We get the Croxa. They have 0 cards and we hit them for a bolt in the face. Ooh. Yes. Let's go. Nice. Oh man, I'm like so hyped now. Could I have grabbed Elish Norn? Yeah, but then they could top deck a bolt and kill me. Getting the Crocs, so there's a kill. Our opponent's obviously trash. Oh, look at this. All right, we can keep this hand. This is a fun one. Let's go to town on our graveyard. Maybe I go after them. They did keep playing discard against us. I probably played into some of that. By the way, any of the Squaw Chief people here, if you are, put your little, like, Jace hands. I assume he still has that. I'm probably like, oh no, it's another person. Snapperoo. Grab and go. Opponent is a fan or at least recognizes us. We lead with Crab and they're like, that's not Mill. Oh no, Darkslick Shores. Maybe I go after them now. Oh no, they're gonna Inquisition our Stitcher. No, it'll be okay. All right, we have a Darkslick Shores here. Oh, Bubble Hulk, not Mill. Opponent, Bubble Hulk. We're going to go after ourselves because we have the footsteps. I don't think they're going to go after me here. I like to think that me milling myself a few times here is safe with the footsteps here, and then we'll just like double destroy lands. We'll see if we get lucky there. There's a Woodfall Primus there. Mind Rake, and really we only hit with the 1. I'm going to make sure I attack for a solid 0. Go ahead, opponent. By the way, most of the times we do fetch before because sometimes we don't want to run out of lands to grab. Bubble Hulk. That's what you think. Blue, black here across from us. Darkslick Shores, though, could mean a counter spell. Fingers crossed that's not what they're doing. Black. Oh, don't Thoughtseize me. Oh, my gosh. Why would you do that? No. What are you? Oh, I have an Unburial Rites on top. That's not bad. Well, now that I can see the top, I don't want to mill this, but... Oh, I don't have to mill it. I can mill them. Get rid of Emery. Get out of here. I want this card. Look, you can have a swamp. We're against Lantern Control. Lantern Control. Codex Shredder, Bobble, Emery. Oh, Academy. Probably going to take care of that. Glimmer Void. Goblin Engineer. Alright, so we're going to have probably Thopter coming in. Crab versus our opponent's entire deck. Exactly. My opponent was very, very worried it was Mill. They're glad I'm not on Red Prison. Just a transformational sideboard. We have a Bobble and a Welding Jar hitting. I'm gonna take the Swamp. Opponent's like, don't you dare. Have that Blood Moon. Okay, so we have a Swamp here. I have a Woodfall Primus that I can get through. I have a land on top. I sort of want to just take all my lands here. I'm gonna mill them again. This gives them a lot more options here with the Engineer. I fear no Engineer though. We can blow up the Engineer here soon with our Unburial Rights with Woodfall Primus. Ooh. Maybe I will just mill them out at this point. I mean, why not, right? There's a bridge. Let's, they're drawing a land here. Need like a Godless Shrine here. I have a Woodfall Primus on top here. I'm going to go ahead and mill myself now. They can have their land. Use their Lantern against them. I have a Woodfall, a Jace here. We're going to go ahead and cast Unburial Rights on the Woodfall Primus. Uh-oh, they have a counter? Surgical! Solar Flare is a it's another thing, right? Oh my gosh. Surgical main board. It's rough. We can still win though. We have other big goodies here. They're top decking just a land here. It's just rude. It's pretty rude. It's pretty rude, but it'll be okay. I like that we're using their Lantern to our advantage and milling them at times and milling us at times. Controlling the top of everybody's library through the crab. No, I don't want to draw this. This needs to be down here. No. 9, 3, 5. I'm at 5, 6, 7, 8. Need 3 lands here. And we just Ashen Rider. I mean, I guess the fact that I have my 2 Ashen Riders here is kind of okay. What are we getting back here? I'm just gonna... Oh, they get Codex Shredder. They mill their Spire. All right, we're going dark. We're going dark, everyone. They know I have Iona. Maybe they'll be so kind to mill me for my Unburial Rights. All right, question here. Question. Unburial Rights the Jace, is that too much? If I do that, then I can do one of the Ashen Riders and footsteps them the following turn. I think we go for it. I think we go for it. Let's test to see if they have another Surgical. Ha! Nothing. Get owned. Seems good. Seems like a plan. They could fatal push it. I think I'm good with testing this. Test to see if they have a removal spell here. We have no idea what's on the top for either of us. Just replay Iona somehow. Pithing Needle. We're hard casting Ashen Riders. That's what we're doing today. Collective Brutality. Kill this. Pitch Iona and Ashen Rider. Just 3-mode this to check the hand too. I don't need to check the hand. We're gonna 2-mode it. We're gonna check the hand, kill this creature. I'm gonna get rid of an Iona. I'm gonna hard cast an Ashen Rider this game. Nice. Combat. Get in there. Get in there, Jace. Alright, 3 lands. We don't have too many lands in the bin here, too. Using Codex Shredder to put Emery back on top. Plays Emery. It's getting awkward. It's getting awkward super fast. There's a Lancer and a Pixis, Codex Shredder. What else we have? A Liliana. Yeah, you go up with that Liliana. Go up. I dare you to. I dare you to. If they go down, I gotta get rid of this Jace. I don't have anything for Pithing Needle. Well, I do. It's sitting here. Okay. Marsh Flats. Here. I'm curious if I should go after them. Need 2 more for this. I have another Unburial Rites. You know what? Let's get lucky with our Unburial Rites and let's find it. Unburial Iona. Feels like a plan here. We don't have many lands left. It's a thing that happens. We'll risk losing here. Well, I haven't hit any lands that are not playable. Okay. Your move, opponent. You can play things with Emery. You can play things with Emery. We're going to get a Lantern here. Remember, Ashen Rider's number 1 or 2 is going to go into the bin anyway, so looking for Unburial Rites is not a bad idea. They target a Codex Shredder. Codex Shredder can let them pick up something if they'd like to with 5. We discard an Ashen Rider. What a great deck. We're trying. 1, 2, 3. I assume you're talking about my deck, not their deck. Body double. Puts a Surgical Extraction from your graveyard to your hand. Surgical Extraction's the Ashen Rider. Alright, what color do we name with Body Double here? Do I just name black? I just named black, right? Body Double. Reanimation of Iona. This is flying, so this is going to kill Liliana. So what things could kill this? Abrupt Decay could. A Fatal Push could. I think it's just named black here. Hope for the best. Hope for the best here. Go ahead, opponent. So they can use Emery here. Goes on bridge. So I need some way to get rid of this bridge now. They've gotten rid of Woodfall Primus and Ashen Rider at this point. So we're probably... I'm not really sure what we can do here other than probably just mill my opponent out. You just played this guy? They go up with Lily. So we have a bridge to get rid of. It's a Stitcher. I'm trying to think what's left in our library that we could get them with. I actually don't think I have anything else. I think we can only mill at this point. We're putting the Stitcher in so when they down tick I can maybe do my own Stitcher. But I think we're down to just... I don't know. I don't know what we do here. They're going to mill us out. It looks like a one-of bridge, too, by the way. They've stolen all my great cards. Lanterns. There's an Unburial Rites. Unburial Rites on Vesperlark. It's always a good one. I don't see another crab here. Maybe I just... I mean, I guess I don't hold this because of the Liliana. Do I want anything from them? We have an Emery that I don't want. Goblin. So I guess I'm just... Unburial Rites on... Probably just a Vesperlark here. Yeah, I think it's just find a few more crabs and try to kill them. We're gonna go for that play. We have the Unburial in the yard for later. There's another bridge. Okay. But that's not how we're winning. Codex Shredder here. Now they're gonna be able to do some milling. If they would like to. Let's evoke Vesperlark. Evoking Vesperlark, get back Body Double. Body Double comes in as a Vesperlark. Again, I don't want any of their cards. So I'm cool to take this next land here if they'll be so kind. They throw it away. We have an extra Flooded Strand here. As mentioned, if possible, I will be using the Unburial Rites maybe on a crab. Let's see what else they get here. Probably another Codex Shredder. They might give me this land. I find it odd if they did. Ooh, crab, 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 crab. I want that crab. Okay, play crab. Hooray, crab. I think they mill us out faster. But maybe we hit a couple running lands here on this Codex Shredder. Each player discards. I'm going to play this all the way to time because we still have this out of the crabs. Play Body Double here. Copy a Vesperlark again. Lots of Vesperlarks in case my opponent holds a card for some reason. Okay. So we got to kind of start thinking, how do we beat this next game? Crab goes. They get rid of my island there. We have a Collective Brutality. Lanterns played. There's a Pixis on top. I think we're just hyper combo. Maybe an Ashiok or something. Ghoul Caller's Bell. And keep in mind, if I find a top deck land, but I think they're just gonna Vesperlark here. Let's evoke a Vesperlark. Evoking the Vesperlark brings back the Hedron Crab. Which I think signals what we're trying to do. signals what we're trying to do. So they will not give us a land on the top. There's a land. Goes away. There's a land. They didn't like that. There's a land. They don't like any of these. They pick up their own Pyrite Spell Bomb. Picks up the Pixis from the yard. Plays the Spell Bomb. Gets rid of my land. Body double on top. Play body double, make a Vesperlark. We got a lot of Vesperlarks now. Alright, looks like they've got us. They even have the Tormod's Crypt. Ugh. Ugh. Can I have this land? Alright, they take us game 1 here. A long game 1. What can we do to best this? Couple surgicals here. Time them out. So we have the disenchants. We can definitely do that. This is definitely an Iona matchup. Leyline, okay. Teferi is actually not probably a bad idea either. I don't think I need to worry about having a Nashiok here. Alright. They're going to bring in quite a bit of graveyard hate. No doubt, no doubt. So we want to leave all the Ashens and Woodfalls. I think the Iona is a good idea. We can trim Mind Rake here. We can probably trim a little bit of the Collective Brutality. 1 Jace, 1 Stitcher. That leaves room for 6. This would be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe I don't worry about Iona and Teferi. Juju, thank you for the follow. Does a Collective Brutality... I need some way to get things out of my hand when that happens. So we definitely have to keep some Collective Brutalities. I want to be able to control what I'm removing from my hand. I think this works. I really want to bring this Mind Rake back in. Let's bring a Singleton Mind Rake back in and let's get rid of one. You know what? Let's get rid of... You know what? I'm just going to play 61 cards. I don't think I want to switch anything out. I don't want to bring in a second Iona. Singleton's fine there. Really, they are just going to surgical our big threats. And when they surgical our big threats, we're in kind of trouble. So, see if we can do one of those kind of quick. This is not a quick way to do it. We can mulligan this. need better things than that. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right, perfect. We'll keep this. Keep this. Ditch a land. Maybe I don't even ditch a land. Maybe I ditch this disenchant here and try to do a footsteps really fast. I'm gonna try to do that. It'll be kind of bad if my opponent has fast interaction for a graveyard like a surgical. Just gotta hope. Just gotta hope. Hedron Crab in here, Leyline of Sanctity, Spirebluff Canal for our opponent, and blue Lantern. Oh, bridge is super nice. Woodfall Primus shouldn't be going to my hand, unfortunately. Let's mill them here for starters. I want to pick up this Footsteps of the Goryo, and then we'll double down on milling myself here. This way I don't put anything too quickly into my hand here. And I get rid of that bridge, so I have one less bridge to worry about. Emery has shown up here. All right. They mill a whole bunch of things. Apparently a bridge. Apparently they milled all their bridges. We're going to take this footsteps here. I want this footsteps. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Gimme. Alright, well, not going to worry about crab here. Let's go get a godless shrine for starters. Oh, bye-bye Teferi. Vesperlark, Vesperlark, and Teferi here. We're going to mill ourselves again, but we're going to hold priority so I can get rid of the collective brutality here. Mill, and we can go now and get just like a basic island. Looks like we're going to be milling at least an island. All right. Come on, hit something. Hit something. Is Lantern even playable these days? I have no idea. I would shy away from it because of like Karn and some of the more interactive crazy decks going out there, but man, we milled over a footsteps here and now they just snag it all out of our hand here. Well, that's a bummer. Thanks, Sale. This one's looking really bad now that they just surgicaled my whole plan here. And they have the ensnaring bridge for the Emery. Mill happens. I lose a Floodstrand Swamp and Watery Grave. I do pick up a Collective Brutality. But there's not a whole lot I can do here now. We're helping them by milling. Maybe I should have just milled them a whole bunch. Milled them a whole bunch. Could have been an option. Might still be an option. Collective Brutality is going to try to kill this Emery here. I can probably just discard the Woodfall Primus. I mean, we're never, ever really casting it. Looks like they're going to use Emery to get something back. They get a Pixis. Going to kill this Brutality and a Ghoul Bell. They should kill this before I kill the Emery. They go to end step. Upkeep. And we do get to draw it. Alright. Well, we're going to 2-mode it. We're going to kill Emery and take a peek at what's going on. And ditch Woodfall Primus. They have a Thoughtseize coming. I assume they'll control the top of their library as they can. Did we just have another Surgical? Cling to Dust. just doing everything. Opponent has a Liliana and Artificer's Intuition. Pretty good, pretty good. Alright, they're going to go after some of our lands now. Going after some of our lands. This isn't looking hot. They have a Teferi on top. They cannot cast that Teferi. We have a Hallowed Fountain on top. We could always hit an Unburial Rites here. Alright, they play the Artificers. They have a Liliana in hand. We'll probably play the Hallowed Fountain because, well, quite honestly... Oh, there's an Unburial Rites. They're going to give me that, and they're going to try to control lands off the top now. We'll pass turn. They can very easily do this. They have 3 cards here, and we don't have that many lands. They just top decked a Liliana here. Sorry, they top decked a land so that they have the Liliana. Gets rid of my Unburial Rites. Now they don't want me to have this polluted Delta here, obviously. There's an Ashen Rider. They can just give us that. Pass, pass, pass. Bye. Lantern. At this point, they could probably just downtick on the Hedron Crab. Though they do see a Jace coming here. Jace to the bin. We don't like Jace enough, so probably want to go after that Jace too, right? They have no way to interact with our Jace currently, so that could help us draw things. Upticks with the Liliana, gets rid of an Ashen Rider here. Are they going to give me this Jace? They can't downtick, I just remember because of Leyline. I don't foresee them giving me this Jace. Ghost Quarters me. Well, that's one way to shuffle it away. We will definitely look. Don't want to body double necessarily. We'll mill ourselves. Well, that's not good. There's a land. There's a land. Maybe they'll totally forget about that Unburial Rites over there. Gets rid of the Woodfall Primus. They'll probably just let us pick this Woodfall Primus up. There's a Vesperlark. I can't cast. I didn't have white mana to go get with that Ghost Quarter. I don't think I did, at least. I think this is how this one ends. We just get to pick a whole bunch of cards that I can't do anything with. Get rid of a Woodfall Primus there. Pick up an Ashen Rider, pass turn. There's all our big threats. All the big things right there. The biggins. Wonder if they go after themselves a little bit here. Codex Shredder to return something from their yard. They return a Emery. Emery's played. Mills over more cards. Pass the turn. Woodfall Primus, Ashen Rider, Vesperlark in hand. There's really not a whole lot we can do here. Mills both of us. They don't want any lands. That's what they're trying to avoid here. I think we'll play it all the way out, though. The clock is, it's close. We gotta play it out. We're trying to go for that 5-0. Gotta do what we must. Picks up an Unburial Rites, pass the turn. Uses Codex Shredder. Puts a Teferi on top. I suppose they don't mill out very easily, do they? Teferi here pops the Leyline. There we go. Splits. I'll sacrifice the crab here. Yeah, I've got to sacrifice the crab. Maybe I'll top deck a crab. What do we think? What do we think? Do we win this one on time or no? 5 minutes is a long time. What on earth is going on with Modern? I'm not sure. Believe me, we're not sure. I think my opponent could kill me faster with just attacks. Alright, Welding Jar here. We're going to pick up the Teferi, pass the turn. Ghoul. We have 17 cards left. 16 cards left. Probably just give me that Stitcher, right? Inventor's Fair goes up for a point. Life total. Inquisitions us. Can take either Vesperlark or Teferi. Takes Teferi. Codex Shredder. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3. No, I see 2. No, 4. Discard Burial Rites. The 2 Pixuses are pretty important for them too, because they could get rid of like an Emrakul if I would have brought something like that in. But we didn't, so opponent should have it here in about a minute to 2 minutes. Gives us a chance to drink some water and hydrate. They're doing all the actions. All the actions. Should probably have conceded by now. It's going to be a later night for us. We're at 12 and they're at 13. If they're not careful, they're going to shoot us with the spell bomb, but they might accidentally mill themselves too much here. They're doing the spell bomb interactions. That's how they're killing us. There's a crab. There be a crab. Maybe they'll let me pick that one up. Replay spell bomb here. We're going to 7. If they let me pick up the crab, they most certainly do not let me put a land. Oh. Instant speed Inquisition. Steals. Steals. They're doing it all. They're doing it all. Ashen Rider, discard. This is a very close one for sure. They're going to go all the way down to the wire. So how's everyone's Wednesday going? Hopefully you're enjoying yourself. We'll be getting back to some more Vesperlark here in just a moment. 3 more turns. They should have us pretty dead here. Actually less, it looks like, because they can use Goblin Engineer to bring back Spellbright. No way for them to lose? Yeah, I don't think so. They can do 4 damage here. What a boring and frustrating deck. It's a puzzle piece. They're hoping our stream goes well. Hopefully. Hopefully it will. All right, let's go. We're currently 2-1 overall, playing a Vesperlark Esper Reanimator, and we are hoping that that Lantern opponent is not our only loss here, because going 4-1 again, I think I'll pull out my hair. You're curious how his win rate is? I don't know. Match is closed. Close that chapter of the night. You're getting very sleepy. We're going to go to match 4. If we don't go to match 4 and get to match 5, you'll fall asleep before the end of the stream. I would rather 3-2 than 4-1. Yes, Grayus. I actually probably would at this point. All right, we're going to keep this cool hand. We got all of our basics. Isn't that sweet? Don't Thoughtseize Inquisition me. Don't do it. I'm going to punch you. I'm going to punch you, opponent. Well, that's not either of that. Okay. Rift Bolt suspended. Okay. Let's go ahead and play Swamp Stitcher pass turn. We mill over a Hedron Crab. I'm probably going to just hard cast a Vesperlark here. More than anything. We got a nice blocker here. We just got to find our Iona named Red. You already fell asleep? Whoa, 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 whoa. Turn off auto yields. Thank you. Go ahead, opponent. I don't play small things. We're good. Funny enough, my Godless Shrine's over here. Searing blazes us. Stitcher mills. Let's grab a land here before. Make sure we hit less lands here. Hallowed Fountain. Obviously, Basura. Thank you for the follow. Mills. Stitcher, Mindrake, Ashen Rider. Definitely going to just hard cast a Vesperlark as a blocker. We take a little bit more damage to do that, but we got to do it. We got to do it. Where are all the Euro decks? I don't know. I have no idea. Ooh. There's nothing good in the yard right now. We're just going to hard cast a Vesperlark. I take a little bit of damage to do this. We're living on the edge just a little bit, but the Vesperlark can block this and get like a Stitcher or a Crab back. Either one could be lights out for our opponent, finding that Iona body double. Searing Blazes Vesperlark. Vesperlark returns a Stitcher here. This gives us the most looks at this. It's gonna be real sad if they have another like Searing Blaze here. Just enabling my opponent's Searing Blazes. And bolts me. Alright. So, burn. Nice fast one after our Lantern opponent. This one we're going to keep the Collective Brutalities in. Definitely going to bring in the Iona and the Elishnorn. This is an Iona-Elishnorn Leyline matchup. This can be an Aether Gust matchup as well. Not so much Woodfall Primus this game. Not so much Jace. Not so much probably the Hedron Crabs. Let's do one Hedron Crab. Stitcher's okay. Honestly, I think I can just get rid of all the Woodfall Primuses and we can take one Footsteps out. So this is one of those matchups that I know I take Footsteps out because yes, I can do an Elishnorn or whatever, but I need to basically hit body double Vesperlark and then reanimate the Iona. And I'm going to use Collective Brutalities hopefully to buy me enough time to get there. I do wonder though, Freedy, kind of going back to your question, where are all the Vesperlarks? Sorry, the Euros. Hey, we're little Vesperlarks. Now, where are all those Euro piles? There's not many around. They're kind of a myth. Kind of a myth. Ooh, been sitting for way too long. Gotta stretch the legs. All right, would I like to play first? Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, we can keep this hand. Gonna use this Polluted Delta. I'm gonna need white eventually. We can probably put Watery Grave into play tapped. See if we can get an Elishnorn down. That would stop all their creatures. If we can stop all the creatures, that's a good start. I'm gonna see if we can use this Jace here. Fingers crossed. Inspiring Vantage here. So spends a Rift Bolt. Alright. Well, we got a Crab. So let's Crab, Polluted Delta, mill ourselves. There's the Ionas. Alright, so we just have to live to body double. Hallowed Fountain. Do some more milling. We have an Unburial Rites. Alright, we are one land away from locking this opponent out. Got the Iona, got the Unburial Rites. Let's do it. Come on. One time. 2 mana, Eidolon. We're going to start milling them because I need to hit a land. Let's 3-mode this. Here, here, here. Elesh Norn body double, because now I can hit a Vesperlark as well. We don't get the counter, but that's okay. What do we have here? Skullcrack, Bolt, Spike. We'll take the Bolt. Cool. All right, so we have Jace, Aether Gust, and we've got Unburial with Iona in the yard. Fiery Islet's played here. Skullcrack could hit this. Lava Spike hits us upstairs. Come on, land. Oh, it's not a land. Let's put a Jace down, pass turn. I'm pretty okay with a Skullcrack. That puts me to 10. One other card. We're not dead yet. We're not dead yet. If they leave Jace alone here, it gives me an extra draw. If they don't, I've got the Aether Gust to give me potentially an extra draw. Fiery Islet fired off for our opponent. 4 cards here that could equal up to 12 damage typically. One was a land. Oh, they're giving it back. They gave it back. Let's look. Land? We got there. We got there. Mill them. Don't care. Unburial on Iona. Name red. Name red. Yes. Hard lock for our red opponents. Okay, any changes, any changes, any changes? The answer is no. That is what we want to do. That is exactly the plan here. Leyline's kind of a nice to have. It'd be great to hit that. Otherwise, we're going hard here. Iona and Elesh Norn. Find them, win the game. This is the whole premise when we built the list from the very beginning. Uh-oh. They're both in hand. We can't keep this. They're literally both in hand, and I have no way to get rid of them. This is a hard mulligan. Not happening. We can look at the pretty angels, but mulligan away. Much better. We can keep this. Probably okay to get rid of the body double here. I want 3 lands. I like Brutality. I like Footsteps. What's up, Acute? What's up, bunny? It's a bunny. Wonder if we had any bunnies in the backyard tonight. Inspiring Vantage? Nothing. All right. Watery Grave, go. It's a bunny indeed. Bunny indeed. Bolt? Bolts me. I'm at 17. Off to the races here. Creature, I'll probably try to kill it with Collective Brutality. That being said, the Collective Brutality probably needs to pitch something. Oh, Mind Rake. Mind Rake. Okay. Hold the phone. Let's try to cast a Mind Rake here on its normal ability over the Overload. If we see like a Boros Charm or something here, this is an easy Aether Gust just to tempo them out for a turn. They might have kept in a bunch of Searing Blazes, which currently are doing absolutely nothing. Okay. There's an Ashen Rider. Let's... I think it's time to fire off a Collective Brutality, but I could leave Aether Gust up. I think we can 2-mode this. Gain a little bit of life, take something, get the Ashen Rider, plan to Footsteps it. Skull cracks, we don't gain life, that's fine. Not the end of the world here. We're going to take a nice spell. Take a nice spell, put an Ashen Rider in, blow up some lands. Always a good thing. Always. Not to mention I could just try to mind rake the rest of their hand out here too. Ooh, they shock in. Okay. Firing something else off? Bolts me. Alright, alright. Boros Charm and a Searing Blaze. Well, I'm going to take the Boros Charm. That's 4 damage, and I'm not interested in that. We'll go to 10 here. I'm going to go get Hallowed Fountain, probably. Maybe Godless Shrine. You know what? I'm going to get a Godless Shrine because the Polluted Delta can get my extra blue if I need it. Okay. So, Searing Blaze, Sunbaked Canyon here. 1 extra draw. Plays the Sunbaked. Plays a Swifty. Alright, this is cool. Cantrips. So we have 2 cards in my opponent's hand here and a Swifty down here. Searing Blaze, unknown. I probably just Mind Rake here. Make them discard, and then we'll Ashen Rider back. So we get the hand clear here. I can then go get a Hallowed Fountain. We can then play the Footsteps and use the Aether Gust. And we'll probably kill... Wow, we just dodged a Rest in Peace. Oh my gosh. They had the Rest in Peace. What a dodge. Alright, Skull cracks me here. We're down to 6. We're down to 4. I'm not going to fetch, I don't think. I'd rather be at 4 here than anything. So let's Footsteps of the Goryo. Ashen Rider. Am I just getting rid of both these lands? I think we are. Take them completely off of white here. No, I've got to kill the... I have to kill the creature here. I don't want to go to 3 here. I know I probably have to because of the Unburial Rites. Let's wait until I can Aether Gust as well. Ooh. Ooh. Dang it. I have to go for this, right? I have to go for this. There we go. They should Sunbaked. Leyline. I'll put the Polluted Delta down. We're going to be fetching. Oh, they don't care. I'm at 3. Now they have to hit me with something? Draws. Okay. Creature. Oh no. Top card's a body double. I can't fetch now. Just gotta pass it back. Pass it back and I don't know. Hope. Attacks for 2. Top of the cards. This is a Footsteps. Okay. Aether Gust this. Footsteps. Ashen Rider kills 2 lands if they don't play Goblin Guide. Back down. Okay. You've been gusted. Get gust. We know the top card is going to be Goblin Guide. I think. Let me check. They did put it on top. So now I get to Footsteps. Ashen Rider. Still can't, crack that Polluted Delta. Sacred Foundry gone. Sack. Mountain gone. They draw a dead card here. Oh my gosh. We're doing it. We're doing it. Body double. Pick up the Ashen Rider. Just get whatever. We have a 5/5 now. It's a good blocker. I get to Unburial Rites next turn, the Ashen Rider. Got rid of that land so we don't accidentally use it. Burial Rites another Ashen Rider. We'll just eat another land here. Attack for 5 and presenting lethal with a blocker. Did we get there against burn? Did we do it? I think we did. Clean board, Leyline. Got the good luck and the GGs. Oh my gosh, Lantern's going to be the only loss. We're 3-1. We are 3-1. Final match. Let's go. Got back our entry fee trying to take Vesperlark, the Reanimator, into a 5-0. We can't quite get there. The leyline was pretty epic. We're starting to see some of the weaknesses and some of the pros and cons and how we need to play. Leyline's been doing some pretty nice things since I've added it. We're both in the final match. Last God's checking in on everyone. Last God's our conductor. So what you're saying is if I go real fast, Last God, I can raid Spider before Spider raids me. You gotta hook us up, Last God. You gotta tell us where to go. We'll be raiding someone after this match. Final match. Let's find an opponent. Watch it be Spider. If it's Spider, I flip table. Because it'll tax me out. No doubt. No doubt. Let's find our final match. Opponent discovered. Opponent is a Lotus Cobra. Let's play first. All right, we have a Luris deck across from us. We are going to be playing Stitcher off Watery Grave. Maybe a Jace. We'll hope it's not Burn. This might be another matchup where we bring in the Leyline of Sanctity. Opponent's gone to 4 cards. That's not good for them. This game could be over very fast. We'll lead with a Stitcher. Go ahead, opponent. Enjoy your 4 cards. Take your draw step. Good luck. We mill 3 cards. Our mill cards are Vesperlark, Marsh Flats, Collective Brutality. A lot of nothing. A lot of nothing, but it's gotten our opponent's attention as they're taking a moment to look at the cards. Their move. Bloodstained Mire. Alright, we have a Mind Rake, which is kind of interesting here. It's interesting because we could discard cards and they could. I'm going to go ahead and give them one more turn before I try to do that. Put Jason and attack for 1 here. Mind Raking ourselves also kind of hits some of our lands. Right now I'm kind of appearing to be blue-black, and I'm probably going to try to keep that look and feel for the moment. In for 1 past turn. 1918, maybe more because of Blood-Stained Mire. Do they fetch? They do. Gets a Blood Crypt. Shocks it in. Fatal Push Bolt. Fatal pushes the Jace. Sounds good. Land. Okay, they had no follow-up here. What I can do now is I can shock in. I'm going to go ahead and shock in the Watery Grave to keep up that appearance. And let's just mind rake my opponent. If I top deck a really good card that should be in my graveyard, we'll be a bit sad that we've used this, but mind raking my opponent right now seems like an okay thing. You can always hit an Unburial Rites as well. Mutagenic and a Blood Crypt hit the bin. We have one card to beat. Stitcher in for one. And pass the turn. Does not fetch with Bloodstain Mire this turn. They must be a little light. Soulscar Mage. And passes back. Well, I should have enough to cast just about everything now. Just a matter of finding something to cast. Pass the turn here. No real reason to attack and then have them do a bunch of pump spells. So we're just going to try to do this. Probably block. See very little reasons not to just block here. It's going to fuel our graveyard. I'm going to fetch before this goes off. Don't want to go over too many hallowed fountains there. So we are now showing that we're Esper in colors. We go over an Unburial Rites and Collective Brutality and a Stitcher here. So Woodfall. So my opponent's got kind of like just this going on. Let's Unburial a Vesperlark here. Put this into play tapped. So the idea here is that Vesperlark can use itself as a blocker. If I block, I get Jace back, and if I get Jace back, we can go ahead and try to get Woodfall Primus into the yard and find one of my reanimation spells. So that's the theory. Thought seizes our Woodfall Primus. Perfect. We didn't want that anyway. Goodbye. You must take that. That's the last time they'll Thought seize me. One card in hand. Now my opponent's just like spinning their head here. Attacks. We are going to block. The idea here is I'm going to get this Jace back. Theoretically, if I can keep this Jace, then we'll have a shot at doing a Collective Brutality killing this or doing some other mill. They might have a removal spell though. And they do. Fatal Push. Alright. So they've cleared our hand here. We got nothing going on. We're hitting a whole bunch of lands. Pass the turn. They are empty-handed, so we got that going for us. We also stopped a lot with the Collective Brutality, or sorry, the reanimating the Vesperlark. We are flooding like crazy, Grayus. That being said, we do have 8 lands, so an Ashen Rider off the top is castable at this point. We'll cast a Vesperlark here. We'll put a Flooded Strand into play. They know what this does, and we'll pass the turn. All right. You can hard cast Ashen Rider. What, you don't like those words, Grayus? Ashen Rider is now castable. In my 23 land deck, on turn 8, castable. Easy, right? Easy. My opponent is trying to put things together and figure out what the heck's going on. They don't even attack into us. Uninterested. I respect that. Look at that. Vesperlark holding down the fort. Let's get a Watery Grave here. Got all of our... Pretty much have all of our lands out here. Alright. Collective Brutality. Looks like a fun one. How do we want to do this? Put this into play tapped. I think I just want to try to kill this. And I might just start attacking with Vesperlark. My opponent's at 12. And they don't want to remove this. Let's see if they have anything to cast here. Cast a Fatal Push. They could do it right now. Lightning Bolt's me. Okay. Keeps the Soulscar Mage alive. And we'll pass it back. You can have it back. We got our blocker. Got our blocker. Alright, where's our Ashen Rider? Where's the rider? Oh my gosh. I'm gonna hold this land. Pass a turn. Where is the Ashen Rider? Uh-oh, Bloodstainmire. Talk about flooding out. 9 lands by turn 9, 23 lands in the deck. Thought seizes us. Take 2. Take 2. Like, what is this guy doing? Body double. Umbrella lights. Footsteps. Spider! What's up, Spider? How you doing? Welcome. We are flooding out hard. Thank you so much for the raid. We're on our final match here playing the Vesperlark Reanimator. Hey, thank you for the follow. Dies. Jace. We're trying the Jace thing again. I presume they have another kill spell for this. Hydrate? We're hydrated. Oh, Death Shadow. Oh, I can deal with that. Oh. Let's start here. Oh my gosh, this is going to just be brutal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. And we're blowing up some lands. Footsteps. The Woodfall Primus here. We're going to probably body double. There's a few things we could body double. Do we want to, though? I think we do. We up here, we're going to body double a Vesperlark as a defensive spell here. We'll be good. We'll be good. Bam. What format is this? This is modern. This is modern. Footsteps goes away. Woodfall Primus persists back. Blow up another red land here. My opponent will never Luris, and I doubt they'll be able to kill the Woodfall Primus. We have a 2-4 and a 1-2. A great chump blocker. And we can redo some things like Collective Brutality here. We can even Footsteps again to get the Stitcher back and do some fun things there as well. Only 60 came? That's fine. Oh, opponent, I wouldn't kill the Woodfall Primus. I wouldn't do that. Not with JC here. Well, I don't want to die. We're going to do a Stitcher here because I have the Jace to do the reanimation. And if I were to hit Ashen Rider, we would have been really, really good there. And Burial Rites. So, cast Footsteps. We're gonna Footsteps body double. Footstepsing body double. Body double comes back. Copies a Woodfall Primus. Woodfall Primus kills this. Can I escalate from the yard? I have no idea. I'm not gonna try it. And then we're going to Unburial Rites our Woodfall Primus here. So that we just have 2 beefies. Oh, I have to pick something? Oh, I can't cast Ashen Rider anymore. That's fine though, because body double's now gonna go away. Persisting back. I'm not gonna attack here. Sacrifice body double, persist trigger, bringing Body Double back, bringing Vesperlark back. Vesperlark gets the Body Double. Body Double brings Vesperlark back without a persist counter. Ooh, it's a small turn. Squirmit's happy. It's the Vesperlark line so that you bring it back without the persist. Well, you bring it back, it's persisted, but then you get to repeat it. It's a Body Double without the persist. Opponent's like, no, I'm done. Stitcher mills 1, 2, 3. And we can do some more. Cool. All right. That was a good one. So, we have a Luris deck. I'm not going to do the ley lines here, even though they had the thought seizes and stuff. I'm going to do Ionas and Elishnorns. We're going to drop something here. It's Vesperlark Reanimator. Exactly. Luna Knight's got it. How's everyone doing, by the way? We see a lot of familiar faces here. A lot of familiar faces. All right, we're just going to bring in the big haters here. Trim a few little small things. Jace gets killed pretty easily in this matchup, so even though we got it to flip that time through attrition with Vesperlark, just going to cut it, give it a shot. I'll be here all week. I'm slowly going insane from allergy-induced headaches. Oh, those are rough. I've had some allergies this weekend. It's been rough. Whatever blew in recently, it's a problem. And then Dan, I think you can. I just didn't try it, but I'm pretty sure you could escalate because it's an additional cost. I think it's similar to like a kicker because you're just getting to play the card. It doesn't necessarily mean. It's not like instead of playing this from your hand, like Force of Negation, where you have to play from hand and exile. The card doesn't perform in that fashion, I don't believe. So you're good to go. But don't hold me on that. Ask your local judge. Or we'll ask Zale when he comes back, which he's not coming back tonight, but that's okay. Okay, so I think we mulligan this. We can do better. There we go. We'll keep this. We're going to ditch an Elishnorn. We're going to cycle it back in with a Polluted Delta. We don't have any way to really discard anything, but my opponent's pretty good at doing that for us. We'll get there. We'll just hard cash Elishnorn in this game. It'll be fine. Bobble from our opponent. Cracks the bobble. Polluted Delta. Cracks the Polluted Delta. Blood Crypt. Shocks that in. And has no follow-up. Looks at the top of ours. Grabs that Iona. We'll just go get a Watery Grave here to cycle the Elishnorn we put in the bottom back kind of into the middle of the deck. And we'll pass back. Nothing to see here, opponent. Nothing to see. Now, Footsteps on an Iona is not a very good idea. But Footsteps with a Body Double and a Woodfall Primus. Now that's an idea. Thoughtseize here probably takes Footsteps. Might take Vesperlark as an enabler as well. We're a little ways from casting Iona. It is possible. Unlikely, but possible. Hallowed Fountain gets played here, and we just pass back to our lovely opponent. My opponent's at 15 here, and we're playing one of these Scourges of the Skyclaves. Go ahead and fetch here. I know that's making the creature a little bit bigger. I'm just going to pass the turn. We're going to have to see if we can beat this. We might be a little too slow because we don't have anything dumping to the yard. We need to find Stitchers. We need to find Hedron Crabs. Really something here. They'll take Vesperlark because it's the only castable card. We need a lot more help now. In for 2. We're at 16. This grows to 4-4. Play this. I think they're going to get us here. Black Goyf is so rude. Black Goyf's strong. It's showing up a lot more than we expected it to. It's showing up in quite a few matchups here. It's for 4. I'm down to 12. This is now a 7-7. There's a crab. So play crab, mill. Get an Unburial Rights plus something sweet. It's kind of asking a lot. Oh, there's a bunch of lands we just missed. Don't kill crab, please. At the same time, I probably need to block, right? Probably have to block. It says 8 damage. Big flood energy. Swift Spear, 7, 8, 9. Dismembers. That should be a kill. 8, 2, and 2. That makes 12. All right. I love how this goes to 2020 when you concede. Do I want these ley lines? Do I want this Aether Gust? All right, I think Elish Norn doesn't do as much as I think it is. We're gonna switch those out for some ley lines and run it back. If we happen to spike the ley lines, cool. If we don't, not a big deal. We'll just keep going. They're just in here as a maybe hit and help us out. This is our final match of the night, and then we'll be raiding. I'm sure Last God's somewhere here to help us pick someone. So does this mean conceding that reduces both players' life totals to 0? It's a question, isn't it? This is a good question, isn't it? What card is the Black Goyf? The Skyclaves card. Let's play first. Come on. Come on. Let's see a few Stitchers here. Well, got a ley line. No lander but a ley line. Let's mulligan this. Oh my gosh. Fine. I'll play the card. We got some chump blockers. That's what we have, and we'll go get a Watery Grave here. Ba-bum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Watery Grave, pass the turn. Good luck, opponent. Alright, so we don't have a whole lot happening here, but we have ourselves protected with this ley line. That could stop Thought Seizes, that could stop bolts. Are we protecting a whole lot of greatness here? No, but that's okay. Maybe our opponent has 2 Thought Seizes and now we blank 2 cards. That is a possibility here. Scalding Tarn, fetching. Methinks no. Follow this up with a Soulscar Mage. All right, so we have 1-2 to beat. Come on, Stitcher. Oh. Hi, Stitcher. That's a really good one. That's a really good one. Oh. Oh, we found a body double. We just need Stitcher to die now. What set is the swamp from? I think it's a promo thing. If someone knows... the Wang Chuxion. Maybe you can look up the artist. Oh, they're going after the Stitcher. They don't understand what they're doing. They kill the Stitcher. Mill something amazing. Okay, there's a Woodfall Primus. Okay. We can work with that. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We have a footsteps. Now what am I doing? Man, can I be super greedy and Vesperlark back the Stitcher here to get something a little bit better than the Woodfall, like Ashen Rider or Iona? In before Cling? Oh my gosh. We're going to evoke a Vesperlark here, getting back Body Double. Body Double will copy a Woodfall Primus here. We'll see if this happens, and if they do Cling, they have to do the Cling there, which they don't. This comes back, we kill a land. Go ahead, opponent. Go ahead, opponent. We got a Woodfall. He's a big boy. He's gonna blow up your lands. What's next? Ooh, Bloodstained Mire coming back. We could Footsteps of Gorio, the Woodfall Primus, to blow up some lands here. Oh, we're shocking and we're doing everything. What you got? A 3/3. A 3/3. Oh. Stitcher. I would love to do Stitcher here, but we're setting ourselves up for the W. Blowing up all the lands. Footsteps on the Woodfall Primus here. I come in for 6 here. This is going to make this guy a little bit bigger eventually. Persisting. Bring it back. Blow this land up. Ba-boom. And I have 11 trample here. My opponent can block for 5, which means I get in for 6. And we take it 4-1 with Vesperlark again. One day we'll get this 5-0. And wow, the 5-0 postings. 4-1 again. I cannot tell you how many times we hit a 4-1 with the Vesperlark Reanimator package in Modern. It's Esper Land Destruction. Footsteps of the Gorio, Woodfall Primus. We even did the Vesperlark into Body Double combo there. What are you going to do? 4-1 overall. List continues to perform decently well since adding the Stitcher. We'll get that 5-0. We'll do it sometime. You know we will.